Hello, 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 and welcome. Welcome, everybody. We are live now here with Thunder Rosa, who's still checking her phone right now, this moment.
Called being a parent.
Oh, you're parenting right now.
Yes. I
Uh,
couldn't. I couldn't get on the phone. It's hard to be a parent, a single parent, and take
yeah.
care of your kids when you are traveling. So for those who are struggling with the same, I feel you guys. Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, well, parenting is hard, and this was a very crazy week for you. Um, but also it was well for us watching you, listening to you. It was very fun. Um, I had the time of my life yesterday, watching the AW Revolution and listening to you in Spanish. And I was tweeting yesterday that I wish that everybody will speak Spanish so that they can enjoy the transmission as much as I did. Uh,
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. It was long. I'm still feel like I didn't rest enough. But yes, what were you gonna say?
and then you gotta move. You gotta pack and you gotta get ready for Wednesday night in a couple of hours. So that's never rest. There's no rest for the
No,
weekend.
no, it's this is the life on the road. Like I had an interview on Thursday with some high school students, and they were like saying, "So how is it on the road?" They said a lot of fun, and I was like, "Nah, like that shit sucks." I didn't say it like that, but I said that it sucks because there's like so much involved in it, planning. Like if you have kids, if you have animals, who's gonna take care of them, your house, all that, and is and all it's always something, right? So yeah, it is rough, and I'm extremely tired. We've been on the road since Tuesday last week,
Tuesday, yeah.
and it's Monday night. Tomorrow we're heading to Sacramento, and then we have a show on Wednesday. Thursday we are heading home. So and I have a lot of things to do at home too when I return: laundry, planning for the week, groceries. I need to start plan meal prepping. So when I leave on my trips, I bring my food, so I eat better, and I can start getting more on track. And it's like training. Oh, I'm training on Thursday, like 6:45. I totally forgot about that. It's so much. There's so much to do.
Yeah, it sounds like a full week. Um, well, I would like to welcome everybody and thank you to everybody that's on the chat right now. Aaron Harris, Marks in New Mexico. Thank you, buddy. Thank you very much. He said that he had the pay per view in Spanish for your commentary.
Oh,
Same
they
here.
did. Do they speak Spanish?
Do you speak Spanish, Marks? I think Marks in New Mexico speaks Spanish. Brent Ross says hello.
Hey, what's
Um,
up?
And the main character, he loves your jacket. Yes, I've been saying that since yesterday. Is this the same one that I told you, or this is a different one? Because I thought the other one was like darker. Is that the one you were wearing before the show yesterday?
Yeah, this is the one that I was wearing before the show. Yesterday, it's a little big, but I found it at a store here, so
Oh, that's
a
pretty
little
cool.
big. Uh, Extra is a large, and this is the other one.
What they call it now? What they call it now?
These are
Oh, that's the
bomber
one. That's
jacket.
the one that I was talking about. That's the other one that I was talking about.
Yeah, this is a bomber jacket.
Yeah, I like that. That one is so cool. Yes, that's the one that I was talking about. You took a photo
That
on.
one, this one, I took it. I bought it in the Chase Center. I went to Chase Center last week
Mm,
before the show. I think it was like Thursday or some shit.
yeah.
Yeah, Thursday. I rode the bike and stuff, and I got this there. Um,
Oh, I remember. Yeah,
and
that you rented what's like a
a
lift
bike,
bike. That's
a lift
crazy.
bike. Don't
A
don't
lift
rent
bike.
lift bikes. They're expensive. If you want to save some
Oh,
money,
oh, it was
walk.
like $30 for riding.
I don't know, man. I'm pissed because I did that. I spent way too much money on this trip.
Yes. Hi, Dave. Dave Goldberg saying hi. Thank you for saying that about the headset. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. So yeah, well, we're gonna talk about a little bit about what happened on of you, as a commentator later on tonight. But first, we're gonna talk about the man. I mean, this show should be called Pedro Pascal's number one fan show because
Oh my God. Yes. Yes. We will talk about that.
okay, this guy had two shows this week, which is crazy, and I love both of the shows. He had the Last of Us episode. It was a crazy episode. The how do you call it? We had a reverse kind of episode because now Ellie was the leading one that trying to help Joel or defend him or save him or whatever. It was super creepy. It was everything that this show is supposed to be about. They had this like leader, cultish leader, that was trying to kill them because they were part of the ones that attacked them the week before. So they were trying to do justice or whatever they want to call it. So it was an amazing show. It really brought the Ellie character into like it empower it, right? Because he was no longer trying to survive through Joel, but now she was the one who was taking charge of things. And one of the things that happens on the episode is that she bites somebody and she's infected, right? So I had never thought of this, that she could be a weapon, right?
So she can
Because
infect people?
that's what I don't know, because it doesn't get to the point, because we never find out, because things get super complicated, and she takes everybody out before we find out. But that will, I mean, because she tried to remember.
Yes.
Remember when she tried to like put blood on the kid on that episode,
Yes.
and it didn't work. So because of course, I mean, it's got to be more complicated than just pouring blood on somebody. So I would like to find out if she's a weapon, because that will make it something else. I have not played the game again, so I would like to find out what happens if she actually bites somebody and the person gets infected. That'll be a cool thing to.
I mean,
to find
as
out.
we know, they need to use her blood and they need to put it in a lab so they can make it an actual thing. But okay. So we were talking about we being like super fans of Pedro Pascal. Like my timeline and Instagram is bombarded with Pedro Pascal's like interviews, Pedro Pascal's people talking good about him, how great he is as a person. Him and Rhodey McNeil. What's up? Welcome.
Thank you very much. Welcome.
He's a member now. Welcome. Yeah, so it's a bunch of that stuff. So I love Pedro Pascal. He's such a good actor. Fight me on the chat if you think that he's not, because Narcos, he did fucking well.
Oh man, yes.
The Mandalorian.
That's when I first caught a glimpse on him.
Yeah.
And I was telling you that even, I mean, I didn't really like the Wonder Woman 1990 whatever it's
Yeah.
called. I didn't,
And
but
he was even good on that.
he even made his character good on that. That was like, and they gave him some really BS kind of dialogues and the whole building. But I even appreciate what he was trying to do with it, because he had this other side of the character, the paternal side, which was like great. It was he's just so good.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen The Mandalorian, I will highly recommend to watch. Number one, because every episode has a different director.
Yes,
it makes it so much different. And two, because Pedro Pascal is a Mandalorian, and Baby Yoda was there, and everybody gets mad when we say Baby Yoda.
Yoda.
Well, okay, Grogu. Yeah,
that's his name. Well, he gets mad.
See?
He gets mad when people say like you don't call him by his name. Last of Us, my emotions are all over the place. It is so good. Yes, Brand, it is crazy. I love the show. It's only one episode left now, so we're gonna be empty.
I'm gonna cry.
So we're gonna be empty of The Last of Us for a while, because I mean, when is he coming back? Probably he's gonna come back next year. We're not gonna.
Yeah, they're saying that they're yeah. Joseph Menes, he says I'm the most beautiful woman and AEW needs me. Well, I am in AEW. Okay, another thing, everybody's like, Thunder Rosa, when are you coming back to AEW? I am back at AEW. I am a commentator. I play a different role now in my career as a professional entertainer. I am a commentator right now. I mean, we're doing a lot of hosting and a lot of interviews and a lot of videos because it is important that we diversify. My hair looks so bad. Like I
I don't
just
think
treated it
I don't
last.
think nobody is complaining about your hair right now.
I can't. I'm gonna put it in a ponytail. Um and and what I was gonna say, but yeah. But I'm back. So if I know a lot of you who don't speak Spanish, but I'm doing a Spanish commentating, and we're gonna get to it in a minute. Uh, but this is another facet of my career, and I think I have the right to try different things. Like we try hosting on radio. We are doing Busted Open Radio. We've been there almost a year now.
Right.
We've been doing vlogging, which by the way, thank you so much. This is probably one of the most viewed not podcast shows. Not this one,
Shows.
but the one that we had on Saturday.
Oh yes, it's
Uh,
the Saturday show. The blog, the Thunder
the
blog.
vlog.
Well, I would like to thank everybody who is supporting us. It got a lot of views. Our views are going up, and I really appreciate that because I mean, all the work that goes into these things. That it's. I mean, and sometimes for Thunder is like instead of going to bed and just resting, she then takes a cable car to go and film stuff. And by the way,
Yeah, and
Sony, you owe us a camera. I just gotta say this. I gotta put it out there. They need to fix that camera that we got because it's not working out the way that we thought it was gonna work out. So just saying.
yes. So
I will do.
I know that
You know what? We're gonna do a
what
review of the camera. We're gonna do a review
my
of the
camera
camera and
my
put it
camera
on the
sucks.
channel.
My camera sucks, guys. Like I was we did a photo shoot today with Leva Bates. We did some cosplaying, and I was recording and my camera just shut down again. So I can't even show you like the good stuff that we were having there. It really sucks. But somebody was saying if we're gonna have a new Delca blog on the Patreon. I am working on that for the next couple of months. Listen, every time I come here, my eyelashes are all
Yeah, it's the
fucked up.
same
You
thing
see that
from last
shit?
week, man.
You see this shit? It's something about Thunder Ice.
Oh man.
No eyelash. One and one. Boom. Natural beauty. Um,
That's what they're saying on the chat right here. It's just all natural. Joseph Meneses. ¿Qué onda? ¿Qué onda, Joseph Meneses?
yeah. So um I'm like so tired. I'm like I'm blanking out. Uh yeah, so going back to my eyelashes falling off
Quítate
and
la
me being
otra, güey,
all
se
over
ve
the
bien
place.
raro.
I okay,
Okay, there you go.
now we're here. We're back. I don't like how I look without eyelashes. But yes, Libya Bates cosplay Thunder Rosa a long time ago, and it was really fun. There's like actually a picture of that.
You can tell
What
about
is it?
what happened today. I haven't posted anything yet, but
No, so we went
I
and
can.
did a cosplay of Kill Bill. Leva Bates. I'm not gonna tell you who she played, but you're gonna see a little
I'll
teaser
post it
after this.
tomorrow morning.
Yes, and the pictures came out pretty dope. They're very artistic. I think you guys are gonna enjoy them very much. Nothing sexual. Everything is like really, really good. I think I'm gonna hang out with Leva because she's the cosplayer of cosplayers. Because I learned so much. Because she takes her cosplaying really serious, and I think
Yes. She's very serious about like what you have to have and what everything that
yes,
had to
and
be exactly how it is on the characters. Like that was the emailing was pretty on point about that. I was like, oh my god. And then I
I was
had
like,
to make
oh,
like an order of shoes
we
one day
we
before.
watch. Yeah, so I'm wearing the Kill Bill shoes right now. I actually decided to keep them. They're not that uncomfortable as I thought they were.
No, but
So
you said they were comfortable at the beginning, right?
yeah, I don't know. Go to Oh my God, Lucha Santino Bros. That's the best school in SoCal. Stoner food. Okay. Um, and yeah, and then going back to the taco blog, I have 2 or 3 people set up, but it's gonna be only once a month. If so, like it is becoming very difficult to do all this content, especially trying to get people to come to like a place and everything. So it's just very difficult now, and so much because it's like we're traveling so much, and in some of the places the tacos are not very good. So let's be honest, I don't want, to embarrass people, but I want to do more, actually going to a restaurants and checking out the food. My friend Migos, I think it's Eat Migos,
Right.
from San Antonio, he does that. And I think he won an award, and he's super connected in the community. So if you haven't checked his Instagram, Chet Eat Migos, is he's eating tacos all over um, Texas, and it's very delicious. I mean, he's a little heavy set, and I don't think I can eat that much because I still trying to lose weight before I come back to the ring. So
Jonathan Wilhelm asked if they're Asics. They are Onitsuka Tigers. They where I actually got the actual shoe that Beatrix Kiddo is wearing in the movie. Yes, yes, yeah. They were hard to find too, though. They were I had to dig into like
yeah.
Amazon stuff. What they're asking, what else is on your Patreon? Well, if you go to the very top, you get to hang out with On the Rosa once a month, just for about an hour of actual a Zoom call. That's what it is. It's a Zoom call. So is that only look like right now? This is a live stream, but in that one you can actually talk to her and ask her stuff, and just hang out
No,
with Thunder.
we have like long conversations with all the fans that have been with us for a while. Also, they have gotten the most exclusive merchandise that anybody can get. Some people got I made one of a kind things for them. It was, and I also, from every place that I travel, I have not done that. I'm probably gonna have to start doing that. I get postcards for every single city that I travel, and they get to get one on depending. I think I send it every 3 4 months, so you can imagine all the places that I send all this stuff. I don't think anybody else in this world does this kind of stuff, but that's only for the people are on top. All the other people, depending on what level they are, they can receive only one of a kind merchandise that we don't make anywhere, and you guys are the ones who get your hands on that. So
Yeah, we're right now we're working on all those photos that we took in Mexico City. I'm printing them out. She's gonna sign them, and they're gonna get sent out. And there, you will get the film, the actual little film thing cut, so that you will get the only photo that there is of that one. So that's, I mean, I think that's really 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 cool.
yes, and again, some of the stuff. And we also are raffling a gear that I used 10 years ago.
Right.
It's one of my first gears. We posted the picture there. You guys can see that I wore that. I probably wore it like 5 times, and that was it. And yes, I think like the stuff that I do on Patreon is really actually pretty awesome. Um, and yeah, I mean, I think the most important part, you can ask the people like in part of La Mera Mera, like I like literally talk to them for an hour every month on a Zoom call. We talk about anything pretty
Well,
much.
sometimes it's more than an hour. It's just it will depend on the it will depend on how long the conversation goes.
Yeah, and somebody's asking what's in the agenda for tonight before we continue
Okay,
going.
so we already talked about a little bit about The Last of Us, The Mandalorian. We're gonna talk. Oh, I mean, the episode. I don't know. It was kind of an establishing episode, so there's
Hmm.
not a lot to talk about. Is because it didn't move anything along. It's just that this is where we're left off, and I guess he's on a mission to find Mandalore, and that's all that happened. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get to Mandalore at one point, but I thought that it was just like, "Hi, yep, we're back, and this is what we do now."
Yes,
But
and what else, Tony? What else are
and
we
then
talking?
we have we're gonna talk about Chris Rock live special. I have a lot of thoughts on that. I don't know. I don't know if everybody watched it. And then we're gonna talk about the XFL. I only watched one game of the XFL. Uh,
Well, somebody asked if we were going to talk about some men health issues this week because they really enjoy when we talked about it last week.
well, we can always talk about this. This is and this is the one of the subjects that comes into this into the conversation today. We're going to create a sub channel. Um, we're gonna move all this non wrestling content into a sub channel that we want you guys to name. So we're gonna post it on social media, and I guess it will be next month, right? In April, when we are going to start moving everything to that. So we're gonna keep this channel, the Thunder Rosa channel, is gonna be wrestling related, and then we're gonna move all the non wrestling related content to a new channel, and we want you to name it. So that's one of the things that that is coming pretty soon, uh, and we want you, and we will create a special program, like a special episode where we will have experts come in and talk about this. And if you guys, but if you guys want to talk about this, what I want to know is why you guys want to talk about it specifically. What kind of I guess experts you want us to bring into, because it's very important that you guys have a space and you guys can express what you feel. I think that's the most important part.
Yeah, I think it's this channel is for you guys. I think that like I said, I we're doing a lot of stuff too for like in the aspect of for women, but also like we want to talk about freely, and also you guys can you know donate in the chat and like put the stuff that you guys want to talk about, because again, 99.9% of my fans are males, and males have a lot of issues
Well, it
too.
used to be that.
So
Now it's more like 90%, because
what, 90%?
some women are coming along on the channel, and we are gonna have a lot of like women stuff coming up too. She's having some clothing hauls coming up, and makeup stuff that is coming out too. So we're gonna be very busy for the next couple of months.
Yes. Mr. Watchtower is hating on you if you're gonna look for another editor
Oh,
in the near
thank you.
future.
I appreciate it, man. Gracias, gracias.
Ah,
Oh, but he's like, you mean a plus one, or are you trying to get me fired,
maybe
brother? Thank you very much.
no. Yeah, I mean we can do a an apprenticeship. Well, how about that? Yes.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
talking
Go
about
ahead.
the Chris, what's his name?
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock. So I was watching it right now, and one of the things that struck me was, and you guys can listen. This is the discussion. It's
This
open discussion.
that's the whole point of this. This is gonna be difficult.
One of the guys said that Chris Rock hasn't been funny in over 20 years. I don't think this one it was supposed to be like super funny. This was more sarcastic of things that are happening right now in the era of like. I think he didn't mention as cancel culture. He
Right.
just like he kept it really real in certain aspects. And I think like I like the fact how he talked about being slapped by um Will Smith,
Will Smith.
and
Yeah.
knowing the funny thing is like in this thing he mentions that everybody make fun of Will Smith because his wife interview him on the red table
Yeah. Yeah.
about the entanglement, and there were so many memes about the entanglement, and just putting yourself in such a vulnerable situation, and where that your wife was involved in a situation of that sort, and now he called it the bitch, right? And then he said, I can't believe that you couldn't find anyone else but somebody more of a bitch than you to like slap, because you could beat my ass. And I was like, wow, wow. And the fact that he's like, yeah, I looked up to you, I supported you, I did all
Right.
this stuff, and I can't
I
believe
wanted
that
you to succeed. Yeah.
yeah, and I can't believe you're the one who do me like this. And I think and you guys can tell me if you're wrong or if I'm wrong. Like that's betrayal in a way, public betrayal. Like
I
it was
think I think
horrible.
I think the way that he finished the show, when he just like tells it, um, from his perspective, like you don't you my parents raised me not to fight in front of white people, and then he slaps the microphone on the floor. Uh, I had a like a lot of feelings when that happened. But I always thought, and I you guys can judge me and say or whatever you can think the way you want to think, but I always thought that he behaved that Chris Rock behaved in the most professional way. Um, whether the joke was inappropriate or whether what he said was wrong or whatever, uh, that's a different subject. I mean, of course, making fun of somebody is always wrong, but I think that in the way he explains it, right, is that she was on the joke first because she asked for him to resign to quit his job because of the Oscars being too white. So then he didn't do it, so that was his response to that. But then getting hit on the face, I mean, in any situation that would have been assault, right? Because unless you sign up with somebody to fight and you get hit, that's assault regardless of what happens. It's just that the same thing that he's talking about, and this is where the levels come in. Will Smith is way more powerful than him, and that's why he didn't go to jail. That's why he still got the Oscar, and even today when I was like trying to get a little bit of research, which some people say that I don't do, but I do my research. Uh, I was trying to get some research, and everything like important newspapers, Washington Post, and all these, the New York Times, and all this, they were destroying Chris
Chris
Rock's
Rock.
work, not the situation, his work. So yeah, I think that and his character and the way that he has behaved is consistent, and that's the whole point.
And you know
He
what?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to intersect on this one.
Yeah,
He had to act like that because he has a lot more to lose than Will Smith.
all right. Yeah,
So he could have, like I said, he could have played the victim and had the internet talk about him for a couple of days, but then Will Smith would have gone for a rebuttal, and because of the power and the influence that he has, probably would have been like the end for Chris Rock. And I think some people have been in that situation and where they have a lot more to lose and they're not allowed to say anything
right.
because they know that if they do, there is a lawsuit or like they lose opportunities or whatever. So yes, it would have been publicly an embarrassment that he received that. Somebody said like he took that slap like a champ. And he did because he was hosting the Oscars. What is he gonna do? Get into a fight? Like he couldn't. Even if he wanted, he couldn't. So he had to come back as just pretty much as like put the other cheek and keep going. And sometimes, guys, I think especially for famous people, some famous people have to eat it and then just keep going. And
Right.
and sometimes you can never recover, and other times you are able to do a comeback. And like I think with this, Chris was trying to make a comeback or is trying to make more of a statement. And of course, he was going to get murdered with it. But that's the risk that we have to take when you want to take or you want to say your side of the story. So, yeah, that's why I wanted to interrupt you on this one.
No, I mean, yeah, I think that it's the whole situation is impossible to come out on top, right? Like there is no way that you can uh like I don't know, there's no winners in this thing. But the only thing that I do believe is that he took a long time to talk about it. uh Will Smith went on his own life and whatever, and posted on Instagram and all this stuff, and then this guy waited to the moment where he felt that it was okay for him to talk about it. And yeah, it's
Yeah.
almost a year. We're like 3 weeks away from the Oscars, so
And
uh
we have some like really interesting comments.
Yeah.
Dave Goldberg says, I know I hate when people tell me how I should feel. I can trivialize how someone else is feeling after an assault, regardless of the fame. Samuel Newton says, Will Smith became a meme and is a joke in a way too. Um, there was one is super interesting. Wanda Sykes is a prime example when she tried to go at Bill Cosby before his scandal came about. She was an original cancel blacklister persona, which is
Yes.
that's exactly what I'm talking about. When you decide to take a step or take a stand on someone that you know that you're gonna have everything to lose, guess what? You might get canceled and there's no coming back. And then later on, it turns out that whatever you said, it was absolutely true. But then it was just like, yeah, and my career is fucked up, you know. So it's rough. Is rough, but I think if you haven't seen the episode in Netflix, he did a recording in Baltimore. But some of the jokes are actually pretty decent too.
Yeah, I mean, and this is what I was mentioning to you when we're talking on the phone earlier.
Hmm.
What is people expecting from comedians? What are they expecting from comedians to have like a transcendental change in their lives? And like I said, if you want, like, don't look up out to comedians. They're supposed to make us laugh, and that's their job. That's the extension of their job. If you want to have something that changes your life, I don't know, either start working out, eat well, find a holy book that fits your lifestyle, go to therapy, uh, go and do ayahuasca, whatever, just don't expect people on TV to change your life, like you can take inspiration from people because their struggles are real and they're over there, but it is up to you to make those changes. So when
Yeah.
I see all these things, they're coming out like he's not even funny anymore, and I'm like, really, he's not? Isn't he? Didn't he fill up that place? I don't know. That's exactly my point, like what I was saying, that now it seems like he's not funny anymore because he doesn't fit the idea that people have of him anymore.
And that's what happens. That's what happens. People change. Like there's transitions in life. Like there is. It happens too with the other comedian who was almost canceled twice in less than a month.
To Dave
Chappelle.
Chappelle? Yeah, Dave
Dave
Chappelle.
Chappelle. He
Yeah.
canceled himself, and he did not care. And it's because things transition and things change. So you gotta change with the times, and also whatever it fits you at the time. And you will always find fans that will follow you no matter what. Um, yes. And then with that, you have anything else to say about
No, I
Chris?
think I think we covered Chris Rock pretty good. Well, you know what? The only thing that everybody forgot, that was the first time that Netflix did a live event. It was a live show, and
Mm.
everybody forgot about it. But that was the first time. I think they're gonna start doing more live stuff. I don't know exactly what they could do for live. Like they don't have sports, so maybe they will go into sports. Who knows? I don't know. That's uh, well. Let's go into the XFL. The only game that I watched was Dragons versus the Vipers because Sunday was Revolution, so I watched that. And that was the first time that I thought a halftime. I was like, man, this game sucks. Maybe this is not gonna work out. And then in the second half, they put up like 50 points between both teams. And it was like just straight up scoring every second possession. They will score. It was crazy. I don't know. I think that you know what I really like about that league, when they
But
interview the guys, it's very different from the NFL because these guys are really thankful they have a job, right? Like this, they're
mhm.
really thankful they have a job, and every time they ask them, they don't even go anything further than, I'm just very happy that I get to play the sport and I get paid, and or like, I wanted to have the winning bonus this week, so that's what I, you know got hit on the head twice. I was like, I really there's a really a blue collar appreciation of this league because it's not that they're making uh you know $175 million for 3 seasons. These are guys that they're really just trying to provide for their families and trying to make a name for themselves, and that really it's a different thing. But one thing that I've noticed is very difficult to get, like if you Google XFL, you don't get results. Like you don't get the games
Wow.
results. And you have to like go to ESPN and then dig in and then find the actual sports. Like the
It's
actual like
well, it's the first year taken by new ownership. You got to
yeah.
take that in consideration. So don't be such an ass. Uh, but it's a cool game because, yeah, you're right. When you can be like winning for like the 3 quarters, and then the last part of the game, it's a blow up. It's a
Yeah.
blowout. So that's what's cool about the XFL.
They're asking if if there is a shirt of the Gabi Ortiz meme. The one where you have her like your
Yeah, and no, you know what? Shane made one
Shane
actually.
made one, yeah. I
Shane
remember that.
made one. He made
Yeah.
his own shirt. It was really funny. No, but I think we can make one. What do
Yeah.
you think? I think it should
I,
be exclusive.
yeah, if you guys want, I'll I will post it tomorrow on social media, and yeah, we can. Yeah, of course we can make that. I mean, it's your face. I'm pretty sure it was everywhere, so I guess that we can make a shirt for that. And well, so like we said, we mentioned this before. We are going to have a sub channel for this kind of content, and all wrestling related channel like stuff will remain on the Thunder Rosa channel. Just a reminder. And we want you guys to name, especially you guys that are here on the chat right now. You guys are here every week. You guys are here every time. There's a new vlog. So we really appreciate you, everybody that is here. Um, so we want you guys to name the new channel. So if you guys have any ideas, please start sharing on the comments. We'll really appreciate it.
Yeah, guys.
Uh,
Again, it's like we're doing this for you guys, and I know there's a lot. There's always so many questions about this, about that, and about the shows and Revolution and all that. I try not to answer any of that because I want to make sure everything goes to Busted Open. That's why I'm working for Busted Open. Here is just for fun. This is just to like talk about stuff, which I know we said we're not gonna talk about Revolution, but I'm gonna tell you about yesterday's show. And if you speak Spanish and you want to listen to our broadcasting in Spanish, I think you should. Things are shaping up so differently. Alvaro and Alex Abrahantes um, are like the coolest people to work with. They're gonna be on my vlogs a lot more often. Alex is the funniest hype man in the world. If you see him with the Lucha Brothers, he has to always match everything that he has. So let me tell you a story. So this Saturday, um, we go and do bowling, which I did bowling with no other than Jake the Snake and Dean Malenko. That was my team.
oh,
And
really?
CD
That's so cool,
and
dude.
Christopher Daniels. By the way, Dean Malenko is the best freaking bowler I've seen in my life.
Wow,
It took
that's
him
cool.
like 7 games to warm up, but like he has the grip, he has the curve, everything. He was so good. He was so good. So we had so much fun. And before that, Alex gave us a ride to the place, and he didn't know where his car was, where you guys will see it in my vlog. And then I decided to go shopping with Alex. We went to. I didn't have that on the vlog, but we went on a whole mall, and I came up with 2 things before he came with nothing.
Oh my
It
god.
was like an hour. He came and like dropped me off. He went back to the mall. He did not find anything. So he's super particular about what he wears, and he's the funniest, the most positive person I've worked in a long, long time. And then Alvaro, he's just happy to be there. And we're having a lot of fun. And then during the broadcast, Alex and I were, it's just, I love picking on Alex, and then Alex thinks that I'm always gonna curse in Spanish, but I'm like, now I'm playing because I'm not gonna curse. I know I'm not supposed to. So we talk, Alvaro and I, we talked for over 5 hours yesterday. 5 hours.
Yeah, that was
And
crazy.
it's not like you just like, telling what's happening in the ring. Well, I mean, sometimes I'm the color commentator, so I have to come up with like ridiculous shit to say. And Tony and I were always texting where I'm doing this because he listens to it. So he's like, "Well, you should said this," and then he sends me some words, and they like come really good. Or sometimes I just say things that I'm like, I don't even know where I come from with this like stuff. But it's really funny.
I really wish that we can splice up the screams that you like. Is sometimes I'm like, who is this lady, man? Like I don't know. Like during the Moxley Adam what's that
Adam Page.
Adam Page match. The, I think that it was before the fork. I don't know what
Mhm.
it was when he put the barbed wire on his head. The way that you scream, I think that's how everybody felt at that moment. It was
Ouch.
insane. It was.
No,
I mean, I mean, I remember, and it's still the back of the hair on the back of my neck still stands up. It was so difficult to.
no, you know what was difficult?
Uh,
When he had on the triangle choke and he pulls the fork and he's like
yes,
and
that.
the
Ugh.
blood is just splattering all over, and I'm like, is that, oh my god, like like I didn't know what to say, and I'm like, they look like butchers. I think I said no. I said they look like butchers
Son
for
carniceros. Son carniceros.
carniceros.
Son
Yeah.
carniceros.
I said that during MJF's and then Brian Danielson's match.
Yeah.
But with this one, I was like, he's trying to get some cowboy dressing for his salad. It was so gross. So gross. Like, I'm trying to really picture for you guys in Espanol what I'm really thinking when I'm seeing this. And I'm pretty freaking sure that when you guys were seeing some of the scenes, you were just as disgusted as I was. Like, it was so gross.
No,
So gross.
my girlfriend Monica, she was like, "No, he's too cute for that," because because Adam was bleeding. She's like, "No, he's too cute for that." I'm like, "Wait a minute, what's going on here?"
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was intense. It was a very intense show, and we we had a lot of fun. But I've been so dehydrated. I have the worst headaches after broadcasting because, as you can imagine, we were there for 5 hours. We were allowed, probably we were only able to go to the bathroom once between those 5 hours, so we can't really drink a lot of water. So it's tough, but I'm loving it. I'm having a lot of fun. So far, the feedback that I've gotten has been very, very positive. I hope this continues to be that way. We want to make sure that our team on the Spanish broadcasting team is one of the best. Like, we all like the awesome part about this team is that everybody wants to get better, and we know we all can get better.
Stunner Fruit is asking, "How do we watch it in Spanish?" It's on the sub button on for TNT and TBS. They have that option, and on the pay-per-views, I think if you're on Bleacher Report, there is a Spanish version of the pay-per-view. So you have to select it as Spanish. And I'm gonna be very honest. Like, one of the things that, especially, I mean, I grew up listening to JR and Jerry the King Lawler. And one of my biggest complaints my whole life has been that in Spanish, commentators are often weird. I cannot even actually like pinpoint what the problem is. But yesterday, to like those 5 hours, I did not even I did not even want it to like, let me just put it back. I was enjoying it. I was laughing. There were some moments that were like super uh hard to watch, but then you will say something and I'll be like, and I just keep, I will continue watching it, and it will get me into the hype of the match. And I don't think that, and not, I don't say this because, well, we'll work together or whatever, but
Mhm.
it really makes a difference of how I think that Spanish commentators should be. How
Well,
how
it should.
commentators in
Okay,
general should be.
okay, guys. If you guys grew up watching soccer
Yeah.
and you don't like soccer, there's nothing happening in soccer. People are kicking the ball. That's what they're doing. They're just kicking the ball.
For hours.
But but the commentators make it so exciting for
Yeah.
you to watch the game. Even if you don't understand what they're saying, you're like, damn, something must be going on because this mofo is going like 100,000 miles per hour. So it's like with that emotion, and you have to portray that with emotion. The same with some of the baseball commentators that are amazing, amazing, and I've been listening to a lot of that because it is important that we can. There's a lot of action, there's a lot of art, there's a lot of stuff happening in the ring, and for you to be able to describe that with your own eyes, especially being a professional wrestler yourself, like Alex has some professional experience himself. He trained as a professional wrestler. And the funny thing is too, I was taught in English professional wrestling. I wasn't not taught in Spanish.
Right.
I wasn't taught lucha. I was taught American wrestling. So for us to be able to translate at the moment where things are happening and some of the moves, it's very difficult because I wrestling is in English for me, not in Spanish. But you have to, move and bring what, part of your culture and everything. I mean, Alex is not Mexican. Alvaro and I were he's a Mexican from America. I'm a Mexican born. So it's a mixture. We have to explain our lexical sometimes. So that's the awesome part about
Yeah, I
working with
think
such
I think that's a great part of it because
Mhm.
there's moments when you have to explain your lingo to Alex, and then he was like, "Oh, that's what he means." Yes, well, and we say it this way, and I mean, everybody, don't get me wrong. It's not that I know that for a fact that it's very difficult to be a commentator in regardless of what language you're speaking. I mean, it's very difficult. It's just that I guess the standard of people like JR in the 90s, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
just this action packed stuff. It's very hard to compare to others to other sports. It's like, and then I watch soccer, and there's in soccer, like, especially in the Mexican league, there's some games that are like nil, right? Like just no scoring at all. And even so, these guys are commentators. They make it fun for you because they make it evident that this is a shitty game, and you're watching with them. So I mean, I'm not attacking anybody. I just think that the way that Thunder and Alex and Alvaro are doing it right now, it's very, it really captures my attention. And for a person that always has watched wrestling in English, and that I listen to it and that I watch it and I enjoy it that way, I think that you guys are doing an amazing job. And like I texted you last night. I was like, man, tell everybody that just like they're doing an
No, and
amazing
and
show.
we listen. There's been a lot of criticism for the Spanish broadcasting team. Every time we add something on Twitter, man, some of the comments that are being said, I'm like, yo, like, yeah, bah, God, like, just stop it,
How can you even?
But
How can you even like? How can you even say that? Like, how can you compare that phrase to anything in Spanish? Bauga, like, and people know what that means. It's just exciting. It's too exciting to even say it.
no, I'm gonna say it in Spanish like that, bah, God.
I dare you. I dare you to say that on a Spanish
I
broadcast.
will say it on the Spanish commentating on this dynamite in
Okay.
Sacramento. I will say that. How about
Okay,
that?
that would be so
But
funny.
yeah, the Cow Palace was interesting actually. I heard that the place is really haunted, and
What?
that's where Eddie Guerrero won his championship against Brock
Oh,
Lesnar. So
that's
it's a
true.
big
That
deal.
is true.
Yeah. I was practicing my song over there, so that was cool. And then the Chase Center, man. It's gonna be on my vlog, so you have to watch the vlog. I have some of the stuff. I went, walked around. It was pretty dope. The worst play there. I went to the VIP lounge. I had a little stuff in there. Some people say, "Bah, Jesus, Dios mío."
Dios mío. Pues
Yes.
it's
So,
like con el acento de Alex, no? Like Dios mío.
Dios mío, Dios mío. But yeah, it's there's a lot of cool stuff on this vlog. You're gonna see the commentating. It's there's a lot of cool stuff on this vlog. You're gonna see the commentating team. I'm gonna add some stuff from Sacramento. I think he's gonna cover all that up, and I think that's pretty much it. With that said, I think we're gonna wrap tonight's show. I have to hit the sack, guys. It's been a long, long week.
Yeah.
We will set some stuff for next week for men's health. I think that will be super important. You know what I want to talk about men's health?
Oh, this is
Since
gonna
I
get
have a son,
crazy.
and that's very important. It's gonna be a little crazy, guys. Sexual transmitted disease and how you talk to your doctor about them.
Oh my god.
Yes. Yes.
I cannot
Yes.
wait to put that on a tweet.
How do you know your penis is not falling? And how do you talk to your doctor about this? Don't your face.
Yeah, I cannot wait for next Monday. I'm gonna call in
Yeah,
sick.
no. I would like for you guys
No,
to tell me
actually, yeah, you're actually absolutely correct. You know, we can. There is this huge problem when men don't go to the doctor because they are afraid, and then everybody else gets sick, right?
Yep.
So, and then your thing falls off. So yeah, actually, that's a
I
very
would like
good
for you guys,
subject.
listen, you guys don't have to tell me that it was you. Let's talk about, even when you were a teenager, how difficult was it for you to talk to anyone about the Thunder gonna teach us about our chiles? Somebody said that. That is hilarious.
Ah, la chingada.
Well, not necessarily your chiles, but chile means you know what I'm talking about.
Oh man.
Yeah, so
Ah, la madre. Bueno,
yeah,
vean, estoy
let's
sudando, la
bring that
chingada.
up next week because I would like to hear your stories. How did you were able to talk to your doctor when you were a teenager? Then later on with your doctors now as a grown man, what's the difference? And what are you teaching your sons if you have your sons, or what are you teaching your daughters to talk to your boyfriends about that kind of stuff? I think that's very, very important. Um, oh my God, Brian Cosby's going like deleting comments, but so, but yeah, let's talk about that next week. We're gonna talk about the last episode of Last of Us, The Mandalorian, because I like The Mandalorian too, and my whole experience in California. And I think that will be something to talk about, and we'll talk about more
Yeah.
sports. We can talk about basketball, we can talk baseball, we can talk whatever. Oh no, baseball is not
I
going
wanna, I
on.
wanna, I wanna give. But oh yeah, baseball. Sorry. The World Classic is happening, so it's yeah. Actually, I'm going to a soccer game tomorrow, which I hope it doesn't suck. It's gonna be Orlando versus Tigres. So it's gonna be like 10-0 probably. I don't know. I'm gonna leave you guys with some homework. There's this show called Rami, and I just discovered this show, and I already watched 3 seasons of it. So
How do you do
yes,
that? I don't have time.
because it's on the background when I'm editing stuff. So,
Oh.
so yeah, that show, I loved it. I mean, I did not know that it existed, and I already like watched the whole thing. It's crazy. It's really good. It's called Rami. I
What?
think it's only on Hulu, but yeah, you guys can look it up.
No, with that said, guys, don't forget, if you haven't subscribed to be a member here in YouTube, make sure you do that. I think we might have some exclusive content for YouTube. Some of the videos that we did for Rosa Overreacts, because those cannot be monetized. I think that would be perfect for what we're doing right now because they're super funny. You have to watch them. You have to
Well,
watch the one that I own.
one of the first one, the Ome Vengo video. Can't believe that shit
Disgusting.
exists.
No.
It's already up, so you guys can watch it, and it's like super dumb, funny. Why will music like that exist? I have no idea. Because
Yeah.
we talked about this, we don't know what kind of music it is. It's not really any kind of music at all. Like, it's just whatever. I don't know.
I don't know, but Yeah, but then that's with that said, thank you so much for being with us and hanging out with us. The 40, 50 people, 60 people that we always get. I love you guys. Let's make this grow. Remember, we're gonna have a sub channel starting we're March and April.
April.
And again, thank you so much from Thunder Rosa, your host, and my co-host Tony Allen. We are out.
Goodbye.
It can be hard to